not gonna waste your time. So you often hear that you should consider to reading books because it's beneficial for your brain and lot of things. But can you think about it and you question that why is a video form and reading form is different? What's the different it makes? So let's say there are two things, like one is a podcast and second one is book. So two things, same people and giving same knowledge, every bit of knowledge they have, but think of it as a when someone writes a book, they takes time of thinking everything, analyzing and doing research for not like scientific research, but research that if this method works or not, how can it can be enhanced, and they will ask people if something like the method is old or new. But when you hear a podcast, they just like sit down, not they will record for every second and then give time to think for something, and then they will cut the part and then they record. That's not like this. It actually works. It works like they have to sit down for hours. Maybe they can get some time to cut the part and then think, but they have to sit down for there for hours to get their whole knowledge. But human brain is have some capacity, so they can't think for everything for in one day and some hours. Like just I will give you some example. I hope that doesn't getting over your head. So simplify that. If you are a student, let's imagine, or you have been goes for some middle school or anything. So in schools we have years, a 1 year of like curriculum and that sort of things. So imagine like if you have an exam and you have to remember whole thing, whole year you have read it or anything, and you have to write the things on the paper. That's product. like, like I'm not giving answer, give yourself, like that's productive. Can you write answers what you have learned in whole year? Not. Means, as much I know, you can, but not from whole year. You have to revise it for previous day, and you have to print in your mind like that sort of thing. And that's not learning, I guess. And that's what why reading is the thing. I'm not saying podcast is not a good thing, but in podcast, like not everyone will take papers and laptop and they will research and talk like that. No one is advertisement, bro. But thing is, that's why that makes a difference. Because it's better than not reading about book and not doing anything else. But a podcast means not news and anything. Podcast means a real huge knowledge that you should read or you should learn about it, like how to sleep well for best, and eating and that kind of stuff. And you have business to how to do like specific stuff you want to do in your businesses. That's kind of stuff. But reading is like I previously reading a book, and the 1 2 3 pages of it's like very true. I heard it, and it feels like yeah, it's true, because they said that when you watch a video, so it have short knowledge that cuts and makes for you to make your mind. But when you read a book, like there are whole thing to think for yourself. Means if you watch a video, you can ask for an answer. Like if you're watching a video on YouTube, like this video, I think, so you can ask me in comment section if you have something to say, if you have any question. But in books, you don't have to someone to answer. So you have to think yourself. That's what makes difference. That means you're given a task, like they give you something to imagine and make your own mind. And that's not like brainwash or anything. That's like giving you knowledge so you can act and think yourself. So, but in videos form, not every, but like it's like specific knowledge. So when you hear like some red pill things, so you will make mindset of that. But when you learn about yourself from book, you adapt according to your things, your environment, your surroundings, and your nature. What you want to do, means if you don't want to be like a red pill guy, so you don't want, because you know what's the why you should, means you read a book, so there are stuffs about why you should become red pill guy or not, facts that and everything. So that's why it makes different. But I can, and I also know that a book is every book is not good to read. In 100% books, there are only 0.1% books that are 100 times worth reading, and that's why you should consider that books. Means if you want to knowledge about something, you can, but I can say that if you are reading books for a long time, you probably have a one book that you can read 1,000 times, and you won't get uh, tired and burn out like something like that. That's the book you should read. Assume yourself that if you read a book, you will get knowledge every time, new knowledge every time. The same book. Why does that happen? Because that's what was the purpose of books. You should make your own mind, and if you read after some time, and your mindset is like changed after some time, so you can get new knowledge, because you are not passively or hearing yourself, you are actively reading it, focusing on a book, and you are not making your mind, you are getting knowledge, so you can make best decision out of it. That's why video form is different from books form. You should consider to reading a book, but that's not everything is. Everyone has a time, so if you have like basic things you want to learn, so you can choose a video form. Like let's say you want to build a website and you're programmers, software designers, that kind of stuff, and you want to learn coding. So books is great form, but it wanna take time. So if you want to just basic stuff, so you can build a website for your online, and so let's say some your bookshop and you want to build a online business, so you will make website or just basic website. So you will go to YouTube or get a course or any program that have like how to make and build website. And if you are a software designer, you should consider to have a reading book, because you should have to get a bit every knowledge that you can get access to. That's how you become best at software developing and coding. But when your goal is not to become a best at it, so you should consider to have basic like shallow work. That's what they say. Shallow work means like you're just you just want basic things so you can apply for temporary things. And if you want every bit of knowledge you can access, so let's say if you are a YouTuber and you want everything knowledge can be beneficial for you, so you should consider to books if they have, so you can get, not like someone makes a book on how to make uh, soft drop shipping business, like get rich quick scheme. So get rich quick is not a scam, but it's like you shouldn't learn from anyone who is you don't know about them. You just kind of like um, attracting by the things like it's what's called clickbait, like that, like make 10,000 per day and per month and like something like that. I make video on that stuff too previously, so make sure to check out and consider to reading learning from everyone. And I also make a lot of videos on that, so make sure to join it and check out it also on my channel. Yeah, that's for all. I hope you get lots of information and doesn't get over your head, so your body will not betray efforts. Keep going, bro.